Hi guys, how all are you doing today? Hope you all are doing great. Well, today I'm going to help with you the solution of all previous year gate questions on Kirchhoff's voltage law KVL from 1997 to 2020. After all, it's an important topic that's included in many competitive exam syllabus. And practicing previous year questions will definitely help you to perform better in upcoming exams. So come on and let's get started with the session for the day. My name is Abhisha. You are watching Crack Easy, the place to learn how to crack easy exams. Have you subscribed this channel? If you haven't, please do it and don't forget to press bell button. Before starting this session, I would like to tell you something. If you have any doubts regarding KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law, please do watch my session all about KVL. The link of that video is given in the description box. Hope all set to get started. The first question I have for you is from GATE 1997. The voltage V in the figure is equal to dash. This is our network. Here we have three independent voltage sources and two resistors. V is marked as voltage across this 3 ohm resistor, which is the quantity to be calculated. For determining the unknown quantity V, we are going to write KVL equation in this loop. Starting at this point in clockwise direction, first we observe this 5 volt voltage source with the polarity mark in the order minus plus. So we start our KVL equation with minus 5. Then this 4 volt voltage source with the polarity mark in the order plus minus, correspondingly we add a term plus 4 to KVL equation. After that the voltage drop across this 2 ohm. Can anybody tell me what would be the voltage drop across this 2 ohm resistor? Any guess? Alright, here you can see a 4 volt voltage source is connected in parallel to this 2 ohm resistor. As you know, voltage across parallel connected elements are always same. Hence, the voltage drop across this 2 ohm resistor is 4 itself with the polarity mark positive at the top and negative at the bottom. Hence, we add a term plus 4 to our KVL equation. Finally, the voltage drop across 3 ohm, which is nothing but V with the polarity mark in the order minus plus. Correspondingly, we add a term minus V to our KVL equation. Thus, this equation represents algebraic sum of voltages around this loop. By KVL, this algebraic sum is equal to 0. When we rearrange this equation, we get value of our desired quantity V as 3 volts. Hope you got it. Let me now take you to next question. It's from GATE 2014. The magnitude of current in milliampere through the resistor R2 in figure shown is dash. This is our network. Here we have two independent current sources, 10 milliampere and 2 milliampere, and 4 resistors. We are asked to find out current through this resistor R2. How can we calculate this quantity? Which is the most suitable method, KVL or KCL? Here you can see two current sources in the network. So can we go for KCL? Actually not. The two current sources present in the network are practical current sources. So we can replace them with their equivalent practical voltage sources, and after doing that we will get a network with a single loop. Hence we can easily apply KVL and find out our desired quantity. So what we are going to do now is we are going to replace these current sources with their equivalent voltage sources. I hope you all know that a current source with a parallel connected resistor is considered as a practical current source, which is equivalent to a practical voltage source, that is a voltage source with a series connected resistor R, where the value of voltage source can be calculated by using the formula V is equal to IR, where I is the source quantity of current source and R is the parallel connected resistor. One more thing I would like to add, it's regarding the sign assignment of equivalent voltage source. The positive polarity of the equivalent voltage source should be marked at current leaving terminal of the current source. Got it? Here you can see current leaving terminal of the current source is at the top. That's why we mark positive polarity at the top for this voltage source. Hope you got it. It's a time to replace current sources in our network with its equivalent voltage source. So let's do that. Here you can see a 10 milliampere current source in upward direction with a parallel connected 2 kilo ohm resistor. It is equivalent to a voltage source with the value V is equal to 10 milliampere into 2 kilo ohm. That is 20 volts with positive polarity at the top. So you can see here a 20 volt voltage source with a series connected resistor 2 kilo ohm. What is our next task? Our next task is to find out equivalent voltage source for this practical current source. As you know, it is equivalent to a voltage source with the value V is equal to 2 milliampere into 4K. That is equal to 8 volts with positive polarity at the bottom. Why it is so? You can see the current source is in downward direction. That's why we selected positive polarity at the bottom. After replacing two practical current sources with their equivalent practical voltage sources, we get a network like this. You can see there is only one loop, so it's very easy to find out the unknown current by applying KVL. I is marked as loop current in clockwise direction. Next we mark the polarities of voltage drop across each resistor according to assumed direction of I. As you know, the current entering terminal of a resistor should be marked as positive polarity of the voltage drop developed by that current. Here I enters resistor R1 at the left. That's why we mark it as positive and other terminal as negative. In the similar manner, polarities of voltage drop across each resistors are marked. Now it's the time to write KVL. Starting at this point in clockwise direction, first we observe this 20 volt voltage source with the polarity mark minus plus. Hence we start our KVL equation with minus 20. After that the voltage drop across this R1, that is 2 kilo ohm resistor, which is nothing but I into 2 kilo ohm. So we add a term 2 kilo ohm into I. Then the voltage drop across this 1 kilo ohm resistor, which is nothing but 1 kilo ohm into I. So we add a term 1 kilo ohm into I. Then this 4 kilo ohm resistor. Now can anybody tell me which term should we add to KVL to represent voltage drop across this 4 ohm? That is 4 kilo ohm into I. Then this voltage source 8 volt with the polarity mark minus plus. Correspondingly, we add a term minus 8. Finally, the voltage drop across this 3 kilo ohm, which is nothing but 3K into I, and that is equal to 0. You can see the equation here. It can be written as I into 10K is 28, or our desired quantity I is equal to 28 by 10 into 10 raised to 3. That is equal to 2.8 milliamperes. Thus our answer is 2.8. Got it? Let me now take you to next question. It's from GATE 2015. In the given circuit, the values of V1 and V2 are respectively. This is our network. Here we have one independent current source 5 amperes, one dependent current source 2I. V1 is marked as voltage across this dependent current source and V2 as voltage across this 5 ampere independent current source. These are the two quantities to be calculated. Now you look at this 4 ohm resistor. This 4 ohm and this 5 ampere current source are series connected. As you know, current through series connected elements are always same. Hence we can say that current through this 4 ohm is 5 amperes from left to right. So we mark here 5 amperes. Current through this 4 ohm resistor is already mentioned in the question as I, and that through this dependent source is 2I. Now you look at this node. At this node we have 4 branch currents. By KCL, sum of currents entering at this node should be equal to sum of currents leaving this node. To satisfy this condition, current through this 4 ohm resistor should be 5 minus 3I in downward direction. Now you focus on these two 4 ohm resistors. They are connected in parallel. Hence the voltage drop across it should be same. What's the voltage drop across this? As you know, voltage drop across a resistor can be mathematically expressed as product of current and resistor value. Here we are having two resistors with the same value. So when the voltage drops are equal, the current through these two resistors should be same. That is I is equal to 5 minus 3I. From this we get the value of I as 5 by 4 amperes. Now what we are going to do is we are going to write KVL equation in this loop. So this is our network. Starting at this point in clockwise direction, first we observe the voltage drop across this 5 ampere current source, which is marked as V2 with the polarity mark minus plus. Correspondingly, we start our KVL equation with minus V2. Then the voltage drop across this 4 ohm resistor, which is nothing but 5 into 4 with the polarity mark plus minus. Hence we add a term plus 5 into 4, that is 20. Finally, the voltage drop across this 4 ohm, which can be expressed as 4 into I. And that is equal to 0. When we substitute the value of I as 5 by 4, we get minus V2 plus 5 into 4 plus 4 into 5 by 4 is equal to 0. Or our desired quantity V2 is equal to 20 plus Y, that is 25 volts. Got it? Now what we are going to do is we are going to write KVL in second loop to find out the desired quantity V1. Starting at this point in clockwise direction, first we observe the voltage drop across this 4 ohm. Now can anybody tell me which term should we add to our KVL equation to represent this voltage drop? We should add minus 5 minus 3I into 4. Then the voltage drop across this dependent current source, which is nothing but V1, and that is equal to 0. When we substitute the value of I as 5 by 4, we get value of V1 is equal to 5 volts. Clear? Thus we obtain the desired quantities V1 as 5 volts and V2 as 25 volts. So we have come to the end of this session. When you prepare a topic, please try to practice maximum questions on that so that you can remember that forever. That's my tip for you. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thank you.